Hello friends, welcome back. Now I'm going to talk about buffer overflow today. So buffer overflow vulnerabilities occur when an application copies user control data into a memory buffer. For examples, there is an input function and that input functions have a limitations that they can only take, let's say, 12 characters of username input. Okay, so that's what I'm saying here right now. When an application copies user control data into a memory buffer that is not sufficiently large to accommodate it, okay, then destination buffer is overflowed, resulting in adjacent memory being overwritten with user's data. Depending on that nature of vulnerability, an attacker may able to exploit it to execute arbitrary code over there on the server, or maybe unauthorized action also over there. For examples, let me first give you the few of the examples of buffer overflow now, so you will be able to understand in a very easy way. So let's examples, this is a web applications, okay, and applications have a input and they are taking input from us, and their input is, let's say, input for search bar. Okay, so it's for search bar, let's say. So let's say input is right now this one, let's say input, and input type is, let's say, text right now. Okay, input type is text, and in text there the parameter name is, let's say, search bar. Okay, I'm giving a search bar here, search bar double quote, and they are taking input from us, let's say text field, any text field, input text field you can say. And see, this is a complete input field. Oh, wait, I forgot something. They are using max size also a parameter, and they are taking only 12 characters, for example. So this is an input function for search bar. Yes. Now what if in search parameter, this parameter on the web applications, what if I'll give over there, let's say let's say long A? What will happen then? So their application, their buffer may be overflowed, and we may execute arbitrary code over there. So this is called buffer overflow. It's not only that you have to only try on the search bar. Okay, there are many ways to try. For example, let's examples that there is a sign up page. Okay, perfectly, there is a sign up page, and a sign up page may have many fields like first name, last name, email ID. So in email ID, let's examples email ID, they are expecting only 250 characters, more than 48 bytes or whatever. Yes, but what if I'll give a long string here @gmail.com? So after signing up this, we may get error, we may get a stack error, we may get heap error, we may get integer overflow error, or any error. Yes, and we may able to execute arbitrary code over there, or maybe server will be crashed by buffer overflow. Then there is a buffer overflow. It's not only way to try on this let's say sign up page. You may try this on other parameters also. Let's examples, sometimes you just, this is a request body. Yes, and this is, let's say, first request, let's say get, okay, and HTTP. You simply try there, let's say a in the body, okay, as a body. Yes, get as a body. So this may also a buffer overflow attack. Okay, so okay, sometimes you also try on the different parameters like user agent parameter, host parameter, or other parameters. If application behave unresponsive, or application give you the error, or application, so then there is a buffer overflow. Let's talk about the types of buffer overflow. What types of buffer overflow? So let me first give you the first type is stack based. Okay, you can say stack query, or it's a stack overflows. Yes, you can say it's a stack overflows. Second is I guess heap. Yes, heap overflow. Yes. Third, I'm talking about, let's say, it's an integer overflow. Yes, integer overflow. And fourth, I guess it's a format string. It's a format string overflow. What? It's a format string overflow. So I'm going to discuss this one by one in the next videos. Thank you for so much. Hello friends, now I'm going to talk about stack overflows. So it's a type of buffer overflows, as we all know. So let's examples this. Let's first talk about the stack overflow definitions. Buffer overflows typically arise when an application uses an unbound copy of a copy operations. What unbound copy operations? What unbounded, such as, okay, it's not only, okay, unbounded copy operations. So let me first give you the example of this unbounded copy operations. So let's examples. You have a, let's say, variable size buffer. Okay, so variable size buffer means you are taking input from the user. Let's say username. Okay, you are taking input for login. Let's say username, comma. Let's say username, password. You are taking input username, password. And if in letter function, what you are doing, you are copy this string into a fixed size buffer. So what you are doing here, so you are copying this string into a fixed size buffer. Let's say you are making a copy. Let's say first you are declaring a variable. Let's say a variable, okay, var, and var have a fixed size. Let's say 20. Now, and you are copying, you are using a copy function. Let's say str copy. In that you are giving a var, then comma, and then you are giving a username. So you are copying from a variables strings to a fixed size buffer. Yes. So variable string to a fixed size buffer. If the username string contains more than 20 characters, the var buffer is overflowed, and the attacker may overwrite the data into adjacent memory. Yes, where this memory is located. So this is called a stack based overflow. So basically, when this login function will be completed, the new buffer on the stack right next to the saved return address, where it will return this copy function, they will write into a next, okay, address. Okay, if an attacker can overflow the var buffer overflow, he can overwrite the saved return address with a value of his choosing. Whatever they are doing, they can write over there, thereby causing this processor to jump to this address, and attacker may execute arbitrary code over there. Okay, so obviously this will return some address. Yes, obviously this will return address. Yes. Now, perfectly. Now, what if you will cause some error over there, it will return the next address. Yes, next address. So this is a hacker's choice. Hackers may write some arbitrary code over there also. Yes, that's what I meant by this is called a stack based overflow. Stack overflow. Now we'll talk about heap overflow. Okay, so let's talk about the heap overflow now. The new based heap overflow. Okay, basically, okay, you can say it's a heap overflows. Now, again, for heap overflows, and again, let's say it's a kind of operation will be same for any overflows. Okay, let's say again it's a login function. Okay, what it's a login function, and you are accepting input from user. Let's say username and password. You are accepting input username, password from the user by using any of the input functions. Now, on what you are declaring the heap. Let's say star, and let's say the new variables you are declaring. Let's say var. And in that var, you are let's say you are again assigning the characters over there perfectly. Now you are creating a, let's say, malloc this term 32. Basically you are creating a size. You are giving the size malloc. Okay, runtime. It's a runtime. Okay, basically. Okay. Now, so then you are making. Then you are doing, let's say, string copy functions. Then you are giving the var, and then you are giving the, let's say, username. Perfectly all that. So in a heap based buffer overflow, adjacent, typical adjacent to the destination buffer is not any saved return address. So this is not a save. This will not give you any saved return address, but it will give you the blocks of heap memory. Okay. So basically how heap work as a doubly linked list. Okay. Each block is preceded in memory by a control structure that contains the size of the block, a pointer to the previous block on the heap, basically. Okay. And a pointer to the next block on the heap. Okay, so when a heap buffer is overflowed, the control structure of an adjacent heap block is overwritten with user control data. That's important. Okay, so it will be very easy to exploit you then. Okay, now, so we'll talk about later how to find this type of vulnerabilities. Okay, but you just you just have an idea that what is heap. Okay, now let me talk about now the next the new vulnerability. Let's say let's example that I'm giving the situations now. Again, I already gave you the situations. Now let's say I'm talking about now a new integer buffer overflow now. So the basic methodology for detecting buffer overflow vulnerabilities is what? How you going to identify the buffer overflow vulnerability? It will be very easy. How? You just have to supply a large strings of data. What? Into any input parameters, large strings of data. Okay, that's it. Okay, you don't have to do anything. Okay, now let me talk about the integer buffer overflow. Integer buffer overflow now. Integer buffer overflow now. Perfect. So integer related vulnerabilities typically arise when applications perform some arithmetic on length. Okay, what arithmetic on length? That this is important. Okay, so for example, examples. Okay, let's examples. There is a username, there is a password. Okay, let's example. There is a username, there is a password. So user name, and they are taking the password as input from you. They are doing, let's say they are calculating the length of that username. For example, let's say length is equal to this username length. So you are using some function to calculate the length of this username. Perfectly, not an issue. But then you are trying to, let's say you are using strlen function. Let's say strlen function to calculate the length of this username. Then you are creating one let's say unsigned okay, there your parameters, that is sort parameters. In that sort parameters, you are giving this length plus 1. So you are performing some actions. You are performing some what? You are performing some arithmetic actions on this or your input basically. Okay. So and then you are using, let's say, character star, and after that you are using, let's say, a variable, and in that variable you are giving, let's say, character star and then malloc, and in that malloc you are giving, let's say, length. Okay, perfectly all right. So str copy, you are using a string copy, and in the string copy what you are doing over there, you are just using variables and then variable comma the username. So you are creating the buffer of this length, what you call length plus 1. Okay, to avoid the null characters. Perfectly all right. Now what if I will give let's say normally the input characters length will be 0 to 24 characters, 30 characters, yes, username, yes, but what if I'll give, let's say, 10,000, 1 lakh characters of input? What will happen then? Yes, so basically here I am use unsigned sort size length. Yes, unsigned sort len equal to len plus 1. Yes, so basically normally sort size integer contains only 16 bits, which is enough for its value to range between 0 to 65535. Yes, when a string of length 6553 is submitted, the prompt adds 1 to this and the value wraps become 0. Yes, okay, now this is called integer buffer overflow. Okay, what if I'll buffer more than this 16 bits? Then there is a vulnerability. Yes, perfectly all right. So it's not about only that you can, sometimes you can give the ASCII characters, you can give anything, you can give hex encoding. Mostly in integer buffer overflow we try hex encoding. Okay, so you can try that. Okay, too. Now we'll type format string vulnerabilities. Okay, so format string vulnerabilities. What? Let's talk about the format string vulnerability. Sorry, pages. It's a format string vulnerabilities. So in format string vulnerabilities, basically string basically application is to submit data containing various format. Yes, let's say sometimes you will have to input, let's say, percent, sometimes comma, sometimes single quote, whatever. Yes, let's say format specifier and monitor for any anomaly. Okay, so basically uncontrolled triggering in buffer overflow vulnerability is likely that probing for format string flaws will result in a crash within a vulnerable applications. So what does that mean basically? See, sometimes application may accept strings, something like this, It's a format specifier basically. Sometimes it's a percent and or maybe per and percent as. It's a format specifier. If any input there, if let's say if any parameter accepting input like something like this, so we can give large number of percent and percent and percent and this is called format string buffer overflows. Remember the URL encode characters like say percent 25%. So you can also give something like this percent 25, percent 20, yes. And if you have to monitor the application response, okay, how they are behaving. This is called buffer overflow vulnerabilities. So this was all the background concept about buffer overflow. Now we'll talk about the how to hunt this in real world. We'll talk about that. Thank you. Hello friends, welcome back. So I'm again talking about the buffer overflow. Buffer overflow on some browser this time. A guy found this long ago in 2017. So I'm just trying to read this his report. See what he created an HTML file of this one. Okay, simple HTML script alert, and in that alert he gave long string. Yes, you can see this a many long string. Yes, that's it. So and then simply open that script with any other browser. He opened with the Brave browser in Linux platform, and that browser couldn't able to handle the input passed in alert JavaScript function. This bug, yes, and the hacker was rewarded for that $50 only. So this is a buffer overflow. I'm just showing you. It's not only the browser. Okay, you can try same thing on any of the application also. Yes, if they will behave unresponsive or they will be, then there is a buffer overflow. Yes. Make sure it's not giving you the too many requests. Okay, if it's giving you too many requests, then there is a secure one. Okay, thank you so much. Hello friends, so I'm going to talk about now Android application bug hunting. So the basically right now, as we all know that any market is growing faster, it's a mobile applications basically. So I have to also cover Android application bugs. So the big question is here, I'm going to talk about application runtime analysis, traffic and encryption flaws, insecure storage codes, as well as I'm going to talk about static code analysis and dynamic code analysis. So right now I'm doing a dynamic analyzers basically. So basically I'm going to hunt bugs with the help of Bubsuit. Okay. So how it's gonna work basically, let me simply show you via diagrammatically what I'm going to do here. So basically Android app hunting. So basically I will have a one emulator. Okay. So basically this emulator have a Wi-Fi network, and I will put my PC, this is my PC, I'll put in same Wi-Fi. Now I will set my PC proxy to this phone, basically proxy to this phone. So basically the mobile phone will send request to the laptop. Okay, and basically Bubsuit, yes, and then I'll do hunting over there. So this is a background concept. Now, so what I'm going to do here right now, see, first of all I'm going to teach you intercepting mobile application traffic into Bubsuit. First of all I'll teach you this. Then the big problem of in Android application hunting is bypassing Android SSL pinning. So I'm going to bypass Android SSL pinning via this tools, or you can say software. So Genymotion I will use SuperSU, I will use Exposed, I will use SSL unpinning. Sorry, this was I just edited, so I'll talk about this now. Thank you so much. Hello friends, welcome back. So first topic in Android application hunting we'll see is intercepting mobile application traffic into Bubsuit. For that I need a Bubsuit proxy, and you can use either mobile phone or I can use let's say Genymotion emulator. So I'm using Genymotion emulator in my different PC. So I already have Genymotion, so I'll simply use, let's say, Genymotion. Perfectly all right. Now I already created one device, Android API 7 and the API 24. Okay, you can also create. Now simply start this. So it may take time, so we have to wait for that. Okay. So this is my device now. Okay, perfectly all right. Now, in the meantime, I'm going to configure my Bubsuit with same network. So this is my Bubsuit. There is a proxy. I'll go to options, and then I'm going to change this listeners. Let's say you can edit this, or you can add this. Okay, so I'm going to edit this, or you can, let's say, simply add port. I will give same port, let's say 8080. Specific address I'll give, let's say 192.168.0.104. This time I'm giving the PC IP address. Perfectly, it's running. Both the things are running. Now I'll set this proxy to the emulator one. Okay. So okay, the password is 1234. Perfect. Yes. Now here I have to go to the settings. So I'll simply, you can use, let's say, settings is there. There's a Wi-Fi. Let's go to the Wi-Fi first of all, and you can see one Wi-Fi is connected. The one that is wired SSID. I'll simply press and hold this. There's a modify network, and I'll add the IP address and the port of that Bubsuit. So the IP address and the port of Bubsuit is 0.104. So let's simply go there, 0.104, and the port is same. Let's click on OK. Perfectly all right. Now the second thing I have to see, I can see, let's open the Chrome now. So In the Chrome, I will simply use http://burp to check it's configured properly or not. If you can see this now. Now I will download this CA certificate file. So I downloaded this file. Now I have to make this DER to CER, as I already mentioned over there. Rename CACERT.DER to CACERT.CR. For that, I will take help of EX File Explorer in this Android emulator. There's EX File Explorer. Okay. There is internal storage. I download. In download, you can make it DER to CER. I already done that, so I'll simply click on OK, let's say. And they'll ask for the pin, or let's cancel this because this was the old one. So what I will do now, I'll first delete this. Press and delete this perfectly. I'll rename this file. Let's say click here, rename this DER to, I'll make it CER. CER. Perfectly. Now I'll click on this file. Let's click on OK. Okay, they're asking for the pin. I have already the 1, 2, 3, 4, 4. Perfectly. They are asking for the name. I'll give anything. Okay, just 2. So certificate is installed now. That means you can access any HTTPS website over there. Now, as you can see this now, if I'm opening, let's say Google, let's say google.com, you can see I'm able to access this now. Now, if you want to, let's say, intercept the traffic, simply go to proxy. Intercept is on now. Let's go to this perfectly. Okay, there. Now, again, let's click on google.com. See, it's not X because the request first came here. If you forward this, the request will go to there. Yes. So that way, see. So basically, I'm able to intercept the mobile phone request. Now, it's not only that you can access the browser request. For example, I'm using, let's say, these applications. Okay. And you can see this now. Let's forward this. You can see this. I'm able to get the request. This is the request from that application. Sorry. So this is the request from that application. Okay. Now if I'll forward this request, will go over there. So this is a way to, yes. This is a way to intercept mobile application request into Burp Suite. So in the next video lectures, I'll show you how to do SSL bypassing Android SSL pinning. So I'll show you. Thank you so much. Hello friends. So I'm going to talk about now bypassing Android SSL pinning. For that, you just download these 5 things from internet. You can download Genymotions, then you can download SuperSU. After that, download Exposed Installer APK, and also download Exposed SDK. And you can download all these. So let's say for Exposed, you can use this link. So simply search on Google Exposed Installer like this, Exposed Framework. After that, click on the first link. Then let's say method 1, and there is a thread. Download the APK from this thread. Simply click over there, and then you can download this APK file from over there. Exposed Installer 3.1.5.apk. Now you can also download the SDK. And SDK, be careful while downloading SDK. Okay, this should be matching with your API, the device API. Now you can see my device is what? My device is API 24. So I have to download SDK 24. So SDK 24. Then download x86 if you are using emulator. So and download the second last one, X version 89. Download latest version of that. Okay, zip file. So as you can see this, I already downloaded all these, okay, here. So I already have all these files. Now what I will do one by one, first things I'll make this device root. So for that, you simply flash this by drag and drop over there, okay. So if you drag and drop this, you're flashing this device to make a rooted phone over there. So let's click on this, okay. Perfectly alright, it's rooted phone now. Yes, this phone is device same at the. Then after the rooted, you can also install Xpose installer APK. So install this Xpose installer. After that, you flash this phone with SDK24, and then you install unpinning, SSL unpinning. So I already done this. I'll simply restart this phone one more time, okay, for you. So I already done everything. First, what you do first, super SU, then APK, then exposed SDK flash, okay, and then just wait, okay. And after that, you just also install SSL unpinning APK there, okay. Now SSL, it's a SSL unpinning, so you can download SSL unpinning from there. SSL unpinning, and you can download from the GitHub link, this GitHub link, okay. And there is one APK, so you have to download that APK over there. So this is the APK, okay. There's, where is the APK? I can see this is the APK, okay. movi.acpm.ssl pinning latest.apk. This you have to download this, okay. Now coming back, the device is starting. Just wait, have some patience. It's starting. Okay, so device is started now. Then first things you do is open the exposed, okay, in the device, in this device. So just wait. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4 now, perfectly all right now. Now you also need Play Store, Google services over there, so you can use this. The first open, you can see this open G apps. If you click on this, it will install the Google services into the device, okay. Now I already installed, so I don't have to do this now. Then I'll simply open the exposed. There is exposed. Let's click there now. Then I'll simply click on this menu bar, and there is a modules. Just click on the modules and this tick on this SSL unpinning. Just simply tick on this, okay. By default it will be unticked, so just tick on this, okay. Now let me open the let's say SSL unpinning application. So I'm opening now. Which applications you want to bypass SSL pinning? So I want to bypass, let's say, Zomato SSL pinning. So you can see this bypass applied to Zomato. See, it's unpinned now. Now let's click on this. Now I don't know, I'll simply check my proxy first of all. So I'll simply click on settings now. Let's go back. There's a Wi-Fi, and then I'll simply press and hold modify network, and okay, it's already perfectly all right now. I'll simply go to this now. So let's go to Zomato. Zomato is there perfectly. Now now this is my device. Okay, okay, so you can see this is my device now. Okay, now let's simply click on the try again, and one more time, try again. Okay, let's select the menu from there. Let's say Kothut. Okay, so I'm from Pune, so I may give, let's say, Sihagad. Let me open one more time, okay, these applications. Okay, I guess we unpinned that. Now simply restart this one more time. Okay, so I'm just simply restarting over that. Let's simply start now. Perfectly all right. Now so this is a way to bypass SSL unpinning. Okay, so I'm showing you that I'm able to capture the request of the Zomato. Let's see this. Just wait. Okay, we have to wait. There is no options. We have to wait. Yes. I'll show you this in the next part because it's taking. I think the length of video is almost 10 minutes. So let's end this, and I'll show you in the next part. So now you can see. I'm able to capture request from this phone. Let me simply close this now. Okay, so you can see this now. I'm able to capture. Let's click on intercept is on now. Profile. Okay, see this now. It's a jumbo.zomato.com. So I'm able to capture the request from this phone. It was nothing. I just restarted my phone after setting unpinning of Zomato. Okay, so you can see this. If I'll forward this request coming perfectly all right. Now let's forward. Okay, if I want to test this request, let me first log out. Okay, so I just click on profile. Let's say edit option is there. Let me log out. Okay, there is no logout option, so I think there will be a logout option. Yeah, there is sign out. Perfectly all right. So I just made sign out over there. Now I will log in later. Okay, let's go back. Open Zomato one more time now. You can see there's a continue with email. Let's click over there now. Now I want to test, let's say, long password DOS attack over there. Yeah, why not? Let's test there. Okay, so the name I'll give, let's say, Save Hunter. Email I'll give, let's say, hackersera007@gmail.com. In password I'm just giving over there, let's say 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. I agree. Perfectly. Let's intercept it on now. Let's click on sign up. Okay, so I have to search for 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. This is another request. Let's forward this. Let's click on sign up. It's not, I think. Okay, now I captured and there's one match. So you can see this, they are taking password over there. Well, now what if I'll use this password over there? So if I'll use this password, let's try. It's wrong. Let's forward intercept off now. See, password is too long. It should not be greater than 72 characters. See this now? They secure long password DOS attack. So this is a way to do Android application hunting. So I just tested a long password DOS attack there. It's secure. Okay. Now, what if I will try there? Let's say, well, let's first try this. Okay. I already had the login, but I don't know. Okay, let me first log in over there now. So if I'm trying login, let's say offensivehunter@gmail.com. I'm trying, let's say, okay, my password. Okay, so I'll not intercept this. Okay, let's log in. Okay, perfectly. So I logged in over there now. Let me use any, let's say, go through. Okay, perfectly. All right. Now, so I want to buy, let's say, anything. Let's say I want to buy a product, let's say Domino's pizza. Okay, let's go. I want to test here parameter tampering. Okay, order. I need some restaurant open. Okay, nice. Let's I guess it's open. I guess let's try this now. Perfectly, all right. It's open. So I want to, let's add right now, let's say egg bhurji. It's a Indian food. Perfectly, all right. So I added into cart now. I want to, let's say price is 90 rupees, so intercept is on now. Or simply let's go back right now. Okay, I'll start from beginning now. Let's go back. Okay, sorry. So okay, intercept is on now. Let's click on add now. So if I'm clicking on this add, something is coming over there, and then I have to search for here 90, but there is 3 matches. Perfectly all right. Let's forward this. Nothing is. Let's click on add one more time. So I clicked over add, but it's not adding. Okay, now it's added, and this request doesn't have anything. Let's forward this request here. This request have price 90, CTID, perfectly app versions, item name is this one. Okay. Okay, now what if I'll change this 90 to, let's say 9, and 90 to, let's say 9. Perfect. Let's try this now. Forward. Nothing. It's no changing. Okay, some, let's 99, 99. Perfectly. Let's forward this. Nothing. So intercept off. Let's intercept it on now and click on the view cart. So again the request I got, and there's a price 90. What will, let's say 9. Then what, there's a quantity 1 also. What will I make it, let's say quantity 2. Forward. Okay. Let's forward. Okay, nothing. Okay, not an issue. You can see there's a promo code. If I'm applying this promo code, let's click on the promo code. 0 matches. Promo code. They are fetching some promo code for me. Okay. Now you can see there's a yes 20 and they're off 20%. So I want to see what they are applying. Let's click on the apply. They applied something. Yes, they applied something. The 20%, and the 20% voucher code yes 20 include payment info 1, ID equal to 0, and nothing. Let's forward this. Okay. Okay, promo code is invalid now. Let's forward this now. Okay, let's make intercept off now. Okay, try another promo code. Okay, let's Bob 30. Nothing. Okay, not an issue. So you can see this now. There's 90. Let's enter personal details now. Okay, I have to enter phone number. Let's say 9021430 Let's click on the continue. Perfectly there. They sent me one OTP. Perfect. Now I can do their rate limiting. There may be some rate limiting attack possible. Yes, over there. Let's try over there now. So I can see I got one OTP now. Okay, we can resend in 30 for 60 seconds. That's it. That is okay. Wait. 5226. So they are not enabling this button, but I can use recent. Let's say this is not the request. Let's say Recent. So this is the request for a recent. Okay, perfectly. Now recent ID, they are using recent ID also. So if I'm doing, let's say, send this to sequencer. In the sequencer, if I'm just doing start live capture, see what's happening. Am I receiving? Yes, I'm receiving too many code. It's continuously sending me OTP code, but it's only sent me the few OTP code. Let's say 4 to 5 OTP code, not more than that. That means it's a secure one. Okay, it's a secure one. If I'm trying over, let's say, if I want to see right now what's the response I'm getting, do intercept response to this request, because I already tried too many. Let's forward. It's another thing. It's 204. Forward, forward, forward. Okay, now I got this response. I guess status failed. There was an error. Okay, perfectly alright, because I think we already got that too many times now. There's a call me. So what if I'll try, let's say, intercept is on and call me button. Call me. So I'm trying call me over there. Now this is a call functionality. Okay. Now, well, let's send this to repeater now. Let's forward this. Okay, let's right click, do intercept response to this request. Forward, forward. Okay. Status success, message verification, and I got the call. Okay.
Press 1 to verify and 0 to reject.
Okay, press 1 to verify and 0 to reject, but I don't want to.
You have not given any input.
Yeah, so I haven't got. Now what if I repeat that request many times? So let's say right click, send this to sequencer. If I'm trying that request, let's say, many times, so what will happen now? So I am not receiving any call. Okay, but I got an OTP, but I am not receiving any call. So that means it's nothing. So it's not only that you need to try on this sequencer, you can try this repeater also. Okay, now, but the problem is now, see, this is a response status success message verifications now. Okay. Let's forward. Perfectly. So you can see this now. I got the unique ID code, person's number, events, and then okay. Now forward. So let's verify that. Okay, now it's too much. Let's, the code is perfectly. So I verified the account. Seems to be incorrect. Oh man, recent code. So okay, it's a 5934 now. So it's a 5934. Perfectly alright. So my number is verified now. Now perfectly alright. Now I have to add address over there. So add address. So now I'm using my office address. Let's say 106. Perfectly. Now it's a work address. Let's okay next. Nothing. I don't want to mark anything. Okay, let's simply use next. No thanks. Perfectly. Save this. Okay. Okay. So I have the everything now. Add payment method. So let's click. If I'm clicking on this add payment, see what's happening over there now. Okay, they are directly trying to pay. Now let's go back now. Intercept is on now. Let's click on add payment method. So you can see this, there's a payments methods, wallets 90, amount, cart amount. Let's say, what if I increase the cart amount, let's say minus 100, let's say 10. If I'm trying that now, forward, city ID 5, country US, but nothing is happening over there. Let's forward. Now, if I'm trying, let's say, any of the payment or debit card, let's say for MobiKwik or in, let's say, Paytm. Okay, not let's forward this. Let's forward this. forward this. Okay, if I'm trying, let's say Paytm, perfectly all right now, but there is no price, so let's continue. First of all, let's forward. Okay, the price is 90 somewhere, but okay. Let's forward. So they generated one OTP. Now if I'm trying, let's say it's a new OTP. Let's try over there now. Okay, now it's a Paytm OTP. So if I'm trying this, let's say 970786. Now I want to capture this request, obviously. Proceed. So I got that this is OTP. Now I will, let's say, do intercept response to this request. Let's forward this. Let's forward this. Okay. It's a message is success and linked successfully. Yes. Access token is this one. Customer wallet ID is this one. Everything is perfectly status one. Max rewards recharge amount this one. Okay. Let's forward this. I'm doing forward now. See what's happening over there. Make intercept off now. Something went wrong. Let's forward this. Invalid code. Resend one more time. Intercept is on now. Let's click on continue. Okay. So I guess I capture this request now. What if I'll simply right click, send this to intruder. Okay. In intruder positions, let's say clear this first. I'll select one positions. Let's say in the positions. Let's try this now. These positions now. Add payloads. Simple is to, let's say, numbers. So I'm just trying the numbers. Okay, let's numbers from 1 to, let's say, 1000, and then 1. Let's say start tag. Okay, ignore. Why is ignoring? Okay. So I think, yeah. So there is some, okay, it's ignoring of the API. Okay, they're calling the API now, not in this. Okay, so I'll use sequencer. Send this to sequencer now. This is just of sequencer. Start live capture. Perfect. Am I receiving any kind of oh my god, my phone continuously getting call. If I'm rejecting, I'm getting continuous. So they don't have protections on call. Yes. Oh, I am getting calls. Okay, I'll share this screenshot. So they don't have protections on call. Okay, I tried. See this now. They don't have protection on call. See, I'm continuously getting call. Oh my god. So for verification of numbers, they are using calling. Oh, I think I should report this. Okay, so I can annoy any people. Yes, by. So let me record this call. So I'll share you this. Okay, this one novelty with you later on. So let me simply record my this phone screen recording started. No, by okay, let's start the screen recording. Decline. So let me start screen recording. Yes, start this. So I started screen recording. 3, 2, 1, go. So started now. You can see this now. I'm continuously getting call. Let's reject this call. If I'm rejecting this call, you will get to know. Okay, recording screens perfectly all right now. So now I'm not getting any call. You can see this. I got call. Let's close this. Let's call. So I just simply, yeah, my phone is continuously getting call from the network of Zomato. So oh my god, I should not use my WhatsApp right now because I'm making courses and people is crazy right now. So because I already missed a few dates I given them. So let me simply make off my WhatsApp. Otherwise they will gonna continuously call me. So you can see this now, I'm continuously getting call. If I decline this, I'm not able to decline even the calls. So now, so I'll share you this, okay? I'll share you this with later on, okay? Thank you so much. So I got this vulnerability, that is no rate limiting on the and the verifications via call. So I can okay, thank you so much. Hello friends, welcome back. So I found a vulnerability basically, and this was a Zomato bug, number verifications. Number verification, there is a verification type call, and I can give anyone basically numbers, okay? So let me give phone equal to this was the, let me give the number, let's say, well, let me give my number now, 9921910319, okay? Simply right click, send this to sequencer. If I'm sending this to sequencer, see what's happening over there. Start live capture, and they're continuously calling me. So okay, let me first close this and I start recording, okay? So they are continuously calling. Let's screen recording start. So I just enabled my screen recording in phone, so I'll later add on over there perfectly. Now let's start live capture. So I started live capture. Now you can see this, it's continuously coming. Let's close this. Okay, when phone basically when phone someone will call you, the recording will stop automatically, okay? So I cannot show you. Let me do if any can. I think I have something, okay? Any disk. Okay, let me set up first something, okay? So I have Android device. No, I have AnyDesk also. So let me go for AnyDesk. Okay, so let me open AnyDesk in my phone. So I install AnyDesk into my phone. So I'll show you. Just wait. Okay, let me open. Okay, the phone ID is 830-662-745. Perfectly all right. Okay, you can see my phone now. Yes. So let me simply send this to its phone number. Right click, send this to sequencer, and then start live capture, and then you can see this now. I'm sending the request. Continuously, I just make it off. Close this. Close this. You can see it will be completely spamming, call spamming. Yes. So because there is no rate limiting, there is no rate limiting on this calling function. Okay, verification type call. If we close this, will completely. Let me block this. Okay, if it's coming, let me block this simply. So let me receive this first of all. Okay, and I'll simply, let's say, okay, it's completely coming. Okay, man, it's completely coming. Okay, simply. So I received the call. I think that's it. Perfectly all right. Let me, if I receive the call, close this now. Let me restart again. Okay, so start live capture again. If I'm doing this, you can see I'm not getting any call. So I think I have to again capture the request and then again send this to, or maybe something I have to change there or something. Let's, okay, no. Let's, this is the last. Let's start live capture. I was doing something else now. Repeater now, repeater. Then you can use something. See this one. Let's say one more time. So right click, send this to sequencer. Start live capture now. But this time I'm not receiving any call. So maybe I should try intruder function. Okay, sometimes right click, send this to intruder. In intruder, the target is this one, positions. Let's first clear this now. I'm going to select positions, let's say this, you can select anything. I'm selecting this, let's say this pixel ratio, or maybe let's say this 0.2, let's say something, select this, add. Going to be payloads, simple list to numbers. Then let's say from that numbers 1 to 1000 step, you can make it 1. Let's start tag. But you can see this now. If you check the response now, what response you are getting? Status success message verification perfectly, but I'm not receiving any call. Okay, let's try on different number. Let's try on my different number. Send this to repeater. Let's say 0. Let's try this now. If I'm trying this now, let's click on go. Success message verifications, but I'm not receiving any call. Okay, if I'll type, let's say type equal to SMS, I think their operator blocked me. Yes, right now. Yeah, yes, their operator is blocked, I guess. Yes, my number. So if you can try some different number now. Okay, thank you. Now I'm going to talk about, again, I'm going to show you again Android application hunting. So we already bypassed SSL pinning. Yes, so we can test on any of the websites now, any of the applications now. So right now I installed Swiggy. It's a food delivery app now. Let's open this. Perfect. Now, but I think I haven't set the proxy, so I'll first set the proxy. Okay, then press and hold, modify network, advanced option to proxy none, manual. This time again, I already have the IP address of my device, that is 192.168.0.104. port is 8080. Save. Perfectly alright. Now let's Swiggy. Now, so okay, I have an account. No, okay, let's click on the login first of all. Okay, they need a mobile phone, so if I'm using, let's say 9021430360, intercept is on now. Okay, let's click on continue. Oops, something went wrong. Why? Options, yeah, this is running 0.104, perfectly alright. Now why this is telling me something went wrong? Click on continue. I think it's not okay. So the problem is right now I haven't bypassed and I haven't unpinned this Swiggy. So first of all, I'll have to open this one. What? SSL unpinning. Then there I have to select this time Swiggy. So if I'm selecting Swiggy bypass applied to Swiggy. Now let me simply close Swiggy. Okay, let's close this and I'll open one more time Swiggy. Let's say from Play Store. This is the Play Store. So I'll simply open. Okay, let's open Swiggy. Yes, it's open now. Perfectly. Have an account. Yes. Click on intercept is on now. Yeah, perfectly alright. I'm able to capture the request. I don't know. Okay, I don't know right now. Yes. 360. Now you can see there's a continue button. Okay, let's make continue now. Okay, I guess I capture this request 430360. Now if I'll simply send this to repeater for backup purpose, click on forward now. Sorry, forward. Okay, the device is this one. Okay, 42030 is what did this said something? Okay, no, maybe yes, you can say aloud. Make intercept off now. Okay, let's allow this. Okay, they are already okay, perfectly. Let's name. If I'm using, let's say, Vikas Chaudhary, perfectly. Now I have to again test, let's say, long password dot stack. So I can try over there now. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. I don't have a referral code. Intercept is on now. So let's sign up. So I just click over sign up. Perfectly. Let's forward this the request. This the request, but this is the request. Now I have already the password list. Simply I'll use the password over there. Perfect. Let's forward intercept off now. See what's happening over there. So I capture one more time. Let's click on this now. I'll simply right click, do intercept this response to this request. Let's forward. Okay, so it's saying status code 0, successfully data saved. Yes, they are saying successfully. So let's forward this response. Forward intercept off layer now. So I think we have successfully logged in. Now let's simply click on the login button. 90. I'll use, let's say, 9021430360. Continue. Okay, hey, no, we have to register it one more time. Let's see. I think they are not accepting that. Okay, let's click on sign up now. Yes, now they sent me one OTP. Okay, but if I'll try, let's say, wrong OTP over there. Let's say 1 2 3 4 5 6. Verify and proceed. If I'm trying this now, okay, OTP. Simply right click, send this to, I'll again do repeater for backup purpose. Now let's right click to intercept response to this request, forward. Okay, so the problem is now they're sending one OTP failure, please try again. Now okay, let's intercept is on now. Let's click on the resend now. So okay, now what if I'll try to, let's say, send this to sequencer Swiggy, start live capture. Am I receiving many OTP right now? And you can see this. I received only 3 OTP. So let's say I received only 3 OTP. That means it's a secure one. Yes. Okay. Where is my Play Store? You can see this now. I received only 2 OTP. Yes. You can see this. So it's not one day, but we can, same thing we can try with, let's say, intruder. If I'm trying with intruder, see what's happening. Positions, clear this. I will select one position. Let's say I'm selecting this positions. Let's say you can select any position. Whatever, I'll select this 7 point. This one. Add payloads. Simple list to numbers. And range I'll give 1 to, let's say, 100. 1, and then let's simply start attack. If I'm trying this, okay, no, I'm again not receiving any OTP. That means this is secure. There is a protection. Okay, so let's go back now. Okay, so I'll simply try this now. So I think I know the OTP. So I'll simply try. Let's say OTP is 304216. So I'll try 304216. Verify and proceed. Okay, let's allow this. Okay, let's allow this. Perfect. Now, if I'm trying, let's say here, Pune. Pune airport. Let's try this now. Perfect alert. Okay, confirm locations. So I am just showing you that this may be the way to find the vulnerabilities, okay, in any of the Android applications, okay. So I'm just showing the path. Okay. Now just wait. I don't know what's happened over there. Let's close this, okay. Let me try to reopen this, okay, because I think I verified the account. So okay, perfectly alright now. Now let's go back. Okay, so you can see this now. One restaurant is open over there. Okay, let's try it. Let's try over there now. So perfectly, let's try this. So now I am receiving OTP. Okay, now perfectly alright now. You can see this now. There are many things. Let's intercept is on now. Add. Its product is right now 104. It's added perfectly over there. Now there's nothing more than let's forward this request. Yes, but it's just a restaurant ID. So okay, let's forward. Okay, perfect. There is nothing. Let's click on the view cart. If you can click on the view cart, the post with tweeties, and they are giving the restaurant name, currency, amount, everything. Okay, let's forward this request. Forward. There is 0 matches, so let's forward simply. Let's intercept off, make it off. Simply retry. Okay. 20 base fare is added for night delivery, not an issue. So right now there is 139. Let's go back. Intercept is on now. If I click on the view card, if I read this, there is nothing. View card. So there is nothing. Let's forward. Okay, quantity 1, regular this one. Okay. What if I'll make it, let's say 0.1? Perfect. Let's try this. Forward. There is nothing. Forward. 0.1. Forward. Something is not. Yes, let's click on the clear cart. Okay. So I cannot play with this quantity. Let's click on add. Forward. Okay. Perfectly forward. Let's view cart. Forward quickly. There is nothing. So forward. Nothing. Okay. Perfect. Let's click on add address to proceed. You can say forward. There's nothing. Forward. Okay. So you can select any address. Let's go back. I don't want to try with parameter tampering right now. Let's try something else now today. So if I'm going back, let's say my account. my account. There is a, let's say, manage address. If I'm clicking on the manage address, there's nothing. Okay, let's click on edit now. Perfectly, intercept is on now. Let's update. So forward. This is not the request I'm looking for. Click on update now. Okay, I think let me make, let's say, 361 over there now. Forward. Now let's click on update now. So I capture this request, and there is a user mobile 9021430361, and they are using put method, but okay, yes. So yeah, they are just adding, they are using this, they are sharing this to the API applications JSON format. Okay, they are sending this to the API profile.swiggy.com. Now what if I'll capture this into, send this to, let's say, generate CSRF POC, and what if let's test into browser. But for that, let me first drop this request. Okay, so I already have the request. Now let's simply go back again, click on, sorry, yes, let me simply log in over there right now with a Swiggy. So I'll see swiggy.com. Okay, login 9021430360. Password is, okay, they sent me one OTP, so it's 881521. Perfect. Now I already got that. I have the CSRF request of the applications. Okay, but I'm trying there now. So test in browser, let's copy this now. See what's happening over there now. Submit request. Session expired, please log in again. They're saying, okay, so what if I log in there? Let's say there's nothing. Okay, it's not the applications. Okay, swiggy.com. So no, this is something else, and that is something else. Okay, so okay, so this is a way to do this. Okay, thank you so much. So hello friends, again I'm going to talk about Android application hunting one more time. So let's show you the new applications again. So this time I'm going to show you, I have one applications to show you what are the vulnerabilities there could be possible. Okay, it's ACAD Flip. Perfectly alright. Now this is a Bob suit. So I haven't captured any request right now. You can see this, I logged in. So perfectly, let's click on the profile now, and this is my account over there. Let's go back. So this semester 3 having the videos, if I'm clicking on the intercept is on now, let's click on this. Perfectly, there may be something like this, let's say pay 99. So I'll look for the 99 there. It's no matching, so forward the request. Subject ID 14, let's no matching, forward the request. 0 matches, so forward the request. Okay, forward, okay, forward. There is 199. What will make it 9? Let's intercept off now. Open app again. Okay, there is some problem, I guess. Let me simply remove these two apps, that is Swiggy and then this because it's generating some background traffic. Let's simply uninstall that applications right now. Perfectly all right now. Okay, so the application is right now this one. Let's open this. perfectly. So I logged in over there now. You can see this semester have many videos. Now if I'm clicking on this button, let's say there is a discrete mathematics and you have to pay 99 rupees for that. So let's intercept is on now. I'm clicking on the pay 99 now. So I just click over there and then forward, because forward, and here we go. One matches. What if I'll change this 99 to let's say 9. Intercept off now. Okay. Payment error, please. Okay, maybe we have to give more than 9. So if I'm trying over there, let's say, okay, one more time. Semester 3 now. Intercept is on now again. Pay 99. Forward. Let's give there, let's say 119 rupees. Intercept off now. Again, there is a payment error. Not an issue. So there is no parameter tampering possible right now, I guess so. So let me simply, let's say, log out this. Perfectly, I logged out now. Then there I can see there's a forgot login details. If I'm clicking on the forgot login details, okay, they're taking my phone numbers and then they will send me something. Let's click on the submit now. Let's click on the submit. Okay. Forward. User ID is this one 309. Okay, so the user ID is this 309 is coming from the shared database of this device, SQLite database. So I'll simply right click, send this to repeater for backup purpose. Let's forward this request. If I'm forwarding this request, see what's happening over there now. I'm showing you on your penny disk basically what's happening. So you can see this now. I received email ID as well as passwords. I received email ID and passwords in my OTP in my phone basically via OTP now. And we can see this one more time. Let's click on go now. Success. I'll receive one more time. So I can do there. Let's right click, send this to sequencer. Start live capture now. So this is okay. No, I'm not able to send this through sequencer, but I will be able to send this with, let's say, intruder. So right click, send this to intruder positions. I'll first clear everything. I'll select one positions. Let's say this. I'll select this positions. Okay. Add payloads. Simple list. I'll make it numbers. Okay, sorry, not numbers. I'll give, let's say 1 2, let's say 100, and the step 1. If I receive 100 message OTP, then there is a vulnerability. Yes. Yes. I received. No, I haven't received. If I'm trying, let's say the last one, responses, see what's happening. It's success, but it's not sending me the OTP. Perfectly all right. Yes, that they secured this rate limiting vulnerability, I guess, over there now. But the problem is there now. You can see this now. When I tried user ID 309 there, status success, and they are sending this is my password basically. So they sent me these passwords on my phone. Yes. If I'll change the username, let's say 310, I'm getting nothing. Okay, 311. Yeah, see this? So if I'll try 312, so this is called IDOR vulnerability. Nothing. 313. If I'm trying another user password, so this is vulnerability. This is IDOR vulnerability, indirect object reference vulnerability on these applications. So I was just showing you this. Okay, so this is IDOR vulnerability. Thank you so much. Hello friends, now I'm going to talk about account takeover through response interceptions on Android applications basically. So again, I'm talking about, let's say, Android application hunting. Again, I already configured mobile application traffic interception, as well as I already taught you how to do bypassing Android SSL pinning. So now I'm going to show you account takeover through response interception. So let me simply, this is my Bob suit and this is my device in the different machine. Perfectly alright. Now this is okay. Now I have to first, let's say I want to test in this application BB Daily. Okay, so first of all I have to bypass this SSL pinning. So I'll simply open Android SSL unpinning, and there I have to look for where is the BB Daily. So just wait. Okay, there is BB. It's already unpinned, so you can click on this bypass applied to BB Daily. Now you can, let's open this applications, let's say BB Daily. Perfectly alright. And now so okay, so let me simply enter my phone number over there, the real phone number. Okay, now let's click on this. See what's happening right now. They are sending one OTP to my phone. Okay, I received one OTP and the OTP is 5505. Okay, now what I will do, I will log in there, okay, with that OTP, let's say 5505. Perfectly alright. Yes. Now what I will do, I'll simply right click and there is a do intercept response to this request. So I'm capturing the response. Obviously the response will be success. Yes, the response is this is validate true token, and they generated one token. Now let's copy this token. Perfectly alright. Yes, I'll simply write it over there for backup purpose. Now I'll forward this request. If you'll forward this request, as you can see, I logged in. Let's open one more time. Okay, no, I haven't logged in. Okay, let me try one more time. Okay, incidentally I closed that. Let me try one more time. 9921910319. They sent me one more OTP. So let me capture that OTP. See, I got that OTP. It's a 3212. It's a 3213 right now. Perfectly alright. I'll again right click, do intercept response to this request. Let's forward. You can see this, I captured the token. Let's copy this and simply make intercept off now. You can see I logged in. Yes, so I have the token, the application generated token now, and you can see also I logged in also. Now if I'll check my profile, let's customer, you can see the profile is right now 9921910319. Basically I logged in over there now. Perfectly alright. Let's simply log out this. Okay, now I have also another account. Okay, if I'm doing, let's say 9021430360. Perfect. Let's click on this. Now they sent me one more OTP to my new phone, and this time OTP is, okay, I haven't received any OTP. Just wait. If I'm trying wrong OTP, let's say 1234, see what's happening over there right now. It's saying wrong OTP. So let's capture this request now. 1235. If I'm trying 1235 right now, so let's say 1235. I capture this request. I'll again do intercept response to this request. Let's forward, and there you can see is validated false. Now what if I'll capture this is the successful response request and I'll replace this okay, let's forward intercept off now, and then you can see access to this device location. Let's click on this allow. Nothing, no thanks. Okay, let's go back. Okay, sorry. Let's click on open BB Daily one more time. Okay, let's check my profile now, which account I have logged in right now. You can see this, it's my new phone number. So basically I logged in with my new number. Basically it's already account over there. So I just took over this account. Yes, this is account takeover through response interceptions. I hope this is clear to you. Thank you so much. Thank you. Hello friends, I'm going to show you one more time on the same application some new vulnerabilities. I think you already know the no rate limiting concept. So let me do no rate limiting there. For that I'm also casting my Android phone. So, okay, just wait. So I'm starting my AnyDesk into my phone. So you will have an idea what's happening with my phone if I'm trying this. Okay, perfectly. Let's log in. Okay, accept. Now this is my phone now. Perfect. This is the Genymotion. So let me first log out this from there. Okay. So let me simply go to uh, the applications BB Daily. Perfectly. It's a big basket application. So let me open this simply. Now let me log out this. Perfectly. So I logged out. Now you can see they're expecting some kind of phone number. Now if I'm giving a phone number, let's say 99921910319, see what's happening. If I'll click on this button, this arrow button, this will send some request to server. So let's capture that request. Perfectly. And they are sending me one OTP. If I'm forwarding this request, let's keep this request in backup, forward, intercept off now. And you can see I received one OTP, yes, and the OTP from Big Basket is this one, yes, it's a phone. Now what if I'll replay this request many times? So right click, send this to intruder. I'll go to the intruder positions. I'll first clear everything. Now I'll select this positions, let's add. Then I'll make payloads simple list to numbers, let's say numbers, and then from 1 to let's say 1000, step 1. Let's click on a star attack now, see what's happening over there. And then you can check my phone now, see what's happening. This is no rate limiting on the OTP. So there should be some limit, yes, otherwise see this vulnerability can cause the resources of application, as well as it can also harm to the users, yes, because let's say user just simply uninstall your application, yes, and will simply leave your application, yes, because you are spamming some application. So this is a web vulnerability in a web application. Okay, see this. Perfectly, yes. So I think if you read this one, now let me see this, and let me show you. Okay, how many OTP we have I have got. See this now. Yes. So this is no rate limiting vulnerability. I hope this is clear to you. Thank you so much. Hello friends. Now I'm going to talk about subdomain takeover. So basically, if any subdomain, let's say pointing to some external services like you can say Amazon S3, GitHub pages, maybe Zendesk, anything, okay, and if that service is removed by users, or maybe let's say disabled from by the users, then there may be this vulnerability, and basically an attacker can claim that account and take over your subdomain, yes. So in simple language, let me explain you in simple language what it could be. Basically, let's see this now. So let's examples, I have a company, and my company subdomain is hackersera.com, okay, and I want some support system. So I created one support, let's say support.hackersera.com, and I pointed this support or Hackersera DNS pointing to, let's say, Zendesk support service provider. Okay, so in the Zendesk I created account perfectly. Then when they will ask for the subdomain, I'm giving that subdomain or domain. Okay, perfectly all right. Now, and in the DNS, in the DNS zone transfer of this, I will add the maybe NS record or maybe A or maybe C name to the Zendesk. Okay, C name to the Zendesk address. Perfectly all right. name to the Zendesk now. So this is a whole concept. Now assume that after some time, sometimes I want to disable the services. So I simply removed or disabled these services from the Zendesk, okay? Or maybe my trial expired, or maybe I forgot to renew. Perfectly all right, yes. So that has been, you can say that has been, let's say, removed or deleted, okay? Removed or deleted from Zendesk, okay? Deleted from Zendesk, but I forgot to remove the DNS pointing, this DNS pointing to Zendesk. I forgot that. An attacker, if an attacker will get to know this about these situations, he will simply go to this Zendesk and he will sign up for the same services. After that, he just have to enter the subdomain, that is support.hackersera.com, and this subdomain will belong to the hacker then after that. So this is whole concept about this background concept about subdomain takeover. Now let me explain you about let's say what do you mean by subdomain first of all, okay? So let's say this is a domain, hackersera.com. so this is a domain perfectly, and this is called domain extension. So domain extension may be .com, .in, whatever, as you already know. Now subdomain means what? Let's say there is a, let's say, blog dot hackersera.com. so this is again domain, this is extension, and this is a subdomain. Now so subdomain is a part of main domain, okay? Now let me explain you that how an attacker will exploit this subdomain takeover and what are the background concept about this subdomain basically first of all. So I have my cPanel, so let me simply go to my cPanel perfectly. So let me simply go to my cPanel. So I'll simply going to my cPanel through, let's say, Leap Switch. Okay, this is my cPanel. So I'm going there. Okay, let me log in first of all. Now I will, let's log into cPanel. Perfectly all right. Yes. Now you can see there is a subdomains list. Let's click on the subdomains list. Now I created these two subdomains, GitHub and the takeover.offensiverunner.com. Let me remove both these two subdomains. Okay, so I'll simply remove, delete subdomains permanently. So I'm deleting that two subdomains. Just wait, it's deleted. Let's go back again one more time. There is one more subdomain, that is takeover.offensivehunter.com. I'll also delete this. Because I already created that two subdomains, so let me remove this, then I'll show you. Okay. Okay, perfectly all right. Now let me go to the zone transfer right now. So there is a zone editor. Let's go there, manage, and I can see, let's go to the CNAME now. There is only offensivehunter.com right now. There is nothing. Yes. Now I will create one subdomain. Let's say I want a GitHub web pages. So what I want right now, I want a GitHub web pages to map with my subdomain. So I'll simply go to their subdomains. Then I'll add, let's say, GitHub, and there is offensivehunter.com already. Let's create this. So I'm creating one subdomains, that is github.offensivehunter.com right now. Perfectly all right. So I'm creating one subdomain, that is github.offensivehunter.com. I created this github.offensivehunter.com. Let me simply do a command that is, let's say, host space github.offensivehunter.com, and you can see this right now. It's pointing to my IP address. This is my IP address. Yes, perfectly all right. Because right now I haven't done any zone transfer. So I'll simply go to the zone editor. There, let's click on the manage. Perfectly all right. Now, first I will delete the txt record of this github.offensivehunter.com. It's deleted now. Okay. Then I will delete the A record of that A record of github.offensivehunter.com. It's deleted. I will delete the CNAME record. CNAME is now working now. Perfectly all right. Now, let me go to the github.com. Let's sign in. So sign in to the GitHub. So I have two accounts now. So for the I'm showing myself as a victim. So right now I will create account from, let's say, info@hackersera.com. Okay, info@hackersera.com. I signed in. Perfectly all right. There's a create repository. I will create repository. Then also, let's say, subdomain takeover. Subdomain underscore takeover. Perfectly initialize this repository with a readme, and see, you can see this right now. There is nothing. Yes, because it's not pointing to anywhere. Yes. Now let's click on the settings. In the settings, there is a sources having, I'll make it none to, let's say, master branch, and then I will add over there custom domain. So let's add custom domain over there. So I'm adding, let's say, right now github.offensivehunter.com. Let's click on save now. Yes, and then here you can see this hackersera007.github.io. So I have to change that. You see this? It's a hackersera007.github.io. So I have to set that there, this in CNAME. So let's add on a record. I'll add, let's say, github.offensivehunter.com. Then type CNAME, and then I'm adding here, let's say, what, hackersera007.github.io, because I gave there. You can see the hackersera007. Okay, now try this. Let's add record. So see, I added the CNAME. Perfectly all right. Now it's added now, and there you can see this now. If simply reload this, okay. If I'm reloading this, nothing. It's nothing. So it's not verifying right now. CNAME is a github.offensivehunter. So let me copy this now. Okay, if I'm copying this now, one more time, let's try this. Okay. Custom domain. So I added CNAME over there, but it's not working. Let me edit this. See this page is perfectly, this is also working. Yes, let's say copy this now. If I'm copying this now, I edit this. Okay, I guess I have done something. I have done correctly now. I think this needs some time to be active. Yes, if I'm trying the, let's say, https:// sorry. If I'm trying this now, see what's happening. Okay. You can see, yes. So the one page is created right now, the subdomain underscore takeover. Yes. Now perfectly, this is the current scenario right now. Now I am a owner of this page. Yes. What if I will delete this page? See, basically I'm not removing this zone editor right now. So this my DNS is pointing perfectly there. Yes. But what I'm doing here, I'm simply deleting that page from the GitHub. This page. So I'm simply deleting this page. Right now you can see this. Now I'm not deleting anything. Yes. CNAME is there. See this, I'm not deleting this, the DNS pointing to this, okay? But what I'm doing here right now, I'll simply, let's say, delete this. Go to settings. Let's say delete this. So I deleted this. I have to give this name. So I deleted this now. It's deleted, yes, perfectly deleted now. Now, this is the current scenario right now. There can be subdomain takeover possibilities. Why? Because my subdomain is pointing to third party, but that is inactive right now. Yes, from the third party. So if you can see this now, if I'm trying here, let's say right now host space GitHub dot same command. Simply reload this. See, it's saying that it is an alias for this subdomain. Yes, that means there is a vulnerability. Yes. So I hope this is clear to you. Thank you so much. In the next see, basically what do you mean by CNAME? See this, I added CNAME there. So CNAME stands for canonical name, is a type of domain name record, DNS record that maps an alias name to a true domain name. So CNAME records are typically used to map a subdomain such as www, mail, cPanel, blog, etc. to the domain hosting that subdomain content basically. So how to find CNAME, you already know. By host command you can find the CNAME. This is pointing to hackersera007.github.io. So it's pointing perfectly all right now. This is the current. Now if I'll open right now that same blog, what github.offensivehunter.com. see, if I'm opening that, see what's happening over there now. GitHub dot, let's say, offensivehunter.com. If I open, see, okay, it's still giving me this one. Let's reload this. Yes, see this, it's coming 404. There isn't a GitHub page site here. Yes, because we have deleted that file. So then in the next videos I'll show you how to hunt this. Hello friends, so you can see some of the reports over there perfectly all right now. So the steps to hunt subdomain takeover can be by these methods. You can simply, first things, you can use subtext to enumerate subdomains of a domains. After that, find all the subdomains which is pointing to third party. Make sure that subdomain is inactive or removed and try to claim that subdomain. That's it. So I may use hostile subbrute forcer also. So let me simply use, let's say, hostile subbrute forcer now. And what I'm doing here, simply running this file, the subbrute.rb. So ruby space subbrute.rb hyphen fast. Let's try this now. Enter a domain you would like to brute force and look for hostile subdomain takeover. So I'm right now, let's say, offensivehunter.com. And here you can see the github.offensivehunter.com is pointing to this IP address, and they are saying something. Subdomains pointing to a non-existing GitHub subdomain, indicating there isn't a GitHub page site. So basically, seems like github.offensivehunter.com is an alias for hackersera007.github.io. So this subdomain is pointing to there. Then I'll simply open this. Then second step you do is check that this is inactive or active. If it's active, you cannot do anything. Let's go to the browser, and you can see this is inactive, means it's redirect. It's series. The subdomain is there, but it's pointing to third party still. Yes, DNS zone is still over there. Now what I will do now, you can also confirm by this. Let's say simply host space, you can simply try github.offensivehunter.com, where it's pointing, I mean which CNAME they are using. So you can see this now, they are using hackersera007.github.io. so you can use this to create a web page. Now let me open the GitHub now. Let me log in with the new account. Okay, so I'll sign out first. Last time I logged in with the info, and this time I will log in with founder. Perfectly all right. Let's click on sign in. There's a founder. Perfectly. Let's log in. Yes. I will again do the same thing. Create a repository. There I'll give same name. Same. That's the first one. Okay. This one. Okay. Now, can we initialize this repository with a README? Create. Yes. Go to settings. Settings. There will be the source, a GitHub pages, and there's a source. You can make it none to, let's say, master branch. After that, you have to add some custom domain over there. This time I'm going to change some, let's say, this theme. Let's say this time I'm using, let's say, time machine. So I selected this theme. README. Okay, perfectly alright. Now I'll go to settings again. Yes, because now I have to add custom domain over there. Now here I'm going to add, see this, right now it's offensivehunter007.github.io. Yes, because this is my second account. Now here I'm going to add this github.offensivehunter.com and see what's happening now. If I'm adding this there, let's save. See, your site is ready to be published at there. Yes, if I'm opening simply this now, let's open this. Yeah, you can see this. So I successfully took over these subdomains. Yes, so this is hostile subdomain takeover on GitHub. GitHub services basically. So if any applications is using GitHub services, you can try over same thing over there. Thank you. So I hope this is I hope you got an idea, yes, how to hunt subdomain takeover. Hello friends, I'm going to again talk about hostile subdomain takeover on. See, I use hostile sub brute forcer. When I use hostile sub brute forcer, you can see this. Let me try one more time. If I'm trying this, you can see this here, offensivehunter.com, and you can see this. There is tumblr.offensivehunter.com, and that is pointing to some external IP address, and this is not my IP address of this domain. So let me show you in my cPanel. There is tumblr.offensivehunter.com. It's pointing to this IP address. If I'll open this subdomain, see, if I'm opening this subdomain, see what's happening over there basically. So long back time, I see it's pointing to the Tumblr, yes, basically. So there is nothing here right now. So I can do what? I can sign up an account over there now. So let's sign up an account over. See, I already sign up one account over there. Now what I will do now, let's say there is a settings. In the settings, I already have, let's create another account. Okay, so log out. I'll simply, let's say, sign up. Sorry, this time I'm going to use some another account. Let's say my info account. Let's say info. Let me try this now. Okay, no. Let me use another account this time. So I'm using, let's say, sign up. So I'm using this account. Let's see this. Yeah, perfectly all right now. Now you can see this. These accounts, I have this HackerSera009, just a blog, yes, and Tumblr blog now. And if let's open this now blog, and you can see this. There is a username. In the username, it's pointing it's just a Tumblr URL over there. I can use a custom domain over there now, and there I'll give tumblr dot offensivehunter.com. Let's click on test domain. Yes, yeah, it's good. Yes, because it's already mapped with this Tumblr. Let's click on save now. Now you can edit this. Let's say click on the edit theme now. If I'm editing this now, let's go back. Let's edit something. So I'm going to edit this United to, let's say, you have been hacked, something like this. Yes, let's save. This is it. Yes. Now if anyone will open this, let's say tumblr.offensivehunter.com, see, it's showing you this because we have hijacked, we have done hostile subdomain takeover there. Yes, so this is a way to do hostile subdomain takeover on this. Thank you so much. Hello friends, so now I'm going to talk about AWS S3 bucket takeover. So first of all, I would set up this concept. Okay, I'll teach you how to set up AWS S3 bucket, then how to point into DNS, and then how to take over. Okay, so I'm giving you the complete scenario, and that will be better, I guess. So I just logged into AWS console. I'll click on the create bucket. Now I'll give let's a bucket name. So I have a domain. It's a offensivehunter.tk. So I'm giving offensivehunter.tk, the bucket name. Next. Okay, perfect. You can give anything. Let's go next. Yes, simply remove this. Okay, tick mark. Next. Perfectly. Let's create bucket. So I created one bucket. It's offensivehunter.tk. Perfectly. Open that. Now I'll upload one file over there. Add files. Let's say index.html. Upload. I upload it now. Simply click on this file, then action. There's a make public. Yes, make that file public. Okay. So it's publicly available right now. Yes. After that, I'll go to the properties. There is static website hosting. Simply click over there. Use this bucket to host a website. Click, and then you can give the index file. Let's say index.html file. If someone will open this file, let's copy this. So it's hosting right now. If someone will open it, giving the hi, this is Vikas. Perfectly all right. Yes. Save. Now there is a permission also, but you don't have to change anything in permission. Okay. There's a management. You don't have to do anything with the management. Okay. So right now we have set up a S3 buckets. Now I have to map these S3 buckets with zone editors, means subdomains. There's a route 53. Okay, just simply click on the route 53. Okay, the route 53. There's a DNS management. So simply click on the DNS management. Get started now. Then you have to click on the create hosted zone. Create hosted zone. You can give the domain name over there now. So I'm giving offensivehunter.tk. Public hosted zone. Perfectly all right. Yes. And they gave me the NS value, offensive.tk NS value, the name server value, this one. Okay. So I have a free nom right now. It's a panel of offensivehunter.tk. Manage free nom DNS. So I'm just showing you. Okay. And I'm using here back to domain details. I have to add NS, but I cannot add NS over there. So name server, yes. I'll use custom name servers, yes, and I have the name servers. Okay. First is I copied the first one. Let's click on the first one. let's go to the second one now. Second name server. Now I'll add the third one. Third name server added. Fourth one. Yes. So let's change name server. So I change the name server. Now, if I'm doing, let's say, host right now, let's say host space offensive hunter.tk, but it's not pointing anywhere right now. Name changed successfully, but it's not pointing anywhere right now. Is nothing. So I have to create one A type record. Yes. So there is a create record set. Yes. A. I'll use aliases. I'll point this to, let's say, offensive hunter.tk S3 website endpoint. Let's create. So I created one A record. Now if I'm doing this, let's say host over there now, nothing. Yeah, see this? It has the address right now. Yes. So that means it is live right now. So if I'm opening, let's say, offensive hunter.tk, you can see, hi, this is Vikas. So this is available, right? Perfectly all right. Perfectly all right. So yes. Now this is the current scenario right now. Perfect. Now let's say I'm an owner of website. Yes, I don't want this, let's say, this bucket list. Yes, so I'm removing that bucket list right now. Yes, so I'm simply, let's say, click over there, but simply delete this. So I'm deleting this bucket right now. Yes, so the bucket name is offensive hunter.tk. So I deleted that bucket list. I don't want that bucket list right now. So this is a scenario right now. My domain is pointing to this AWS console, but there is no bucket right now. Perfect. Now, if I am doing here, let's say, host space offensive hunter.tk, see what's happening over there. It is still pointing. No, it's still pointing. Yes, it's still pointing to this IP address. But it's saying not found. Yes, not found means what? Let's open this website now. If I'm opening this website again, they gave me one error, the 404 not found, no such bucket. If you'll get anything like this in any application, then there is a subdomain takeover possibilities. And the big question is, how are we gonna do subdomain takeover now? So first what we have to find the bucket name. But you can see the bucket name is also there. But sometimes if you will not get the bucket name in this, then you can try bucket name by firing the dig command. Okay. To actually get the CNAME, you have to find CNAME. I got the bucket name, but I don't have CNAME right now. So if I want CNAME, I want CNAME. So the command will be something like this. You can give a command something like this. It's a dig. After that, you can give, let's say, open DNS, or let's say Google DNS @8.8.8.8. After that, you can give that bucket list. It's a bucket offensive hunter bucket name of hunter.tk space. Then you can give CNAME. So it will display you the CNAME. Let's try this now. Copy this. So if I'm trying this now, see what's happening over there right now. See this, I got this. Let me zoom out a little bit, okay? Perfectly. You can see this. I got the yeah, I got the CNAME right now. See, CNAME is this one, NS830 whatever .NET.AWS whatever. Yes, this is the CNAME. Yes, so I got the CNAME perfectly. So I got the CNAME. Yes, this is the CNAME. Yes, it's pointing to AWS S3. Okay, AWS DNS. It's pointing to DNS right now. Yes, not an issue. Not an issue. Now what I will do now, as a hunter, I'll simply create a new account, new Amazon account. So let's say new private window, AWS console. I'm going over there right now. Now I guess I have another account also, so I'll simply sign in to the console. So just wait. So I have the account. Let's say I'm doing this time info, not founder, because I have already account by this. Perfectly, all right. Let's log in over there now. Okay, I'll again go to the S3. I just have to create a bucket right now because I already got the bucket name also. Yes, so I guess there is some problem. I think I don't have account, so I'll show you this in the next video, the part of the payment part. Okay, the how to create a bucket. Okay, because video is too long right now. Okay, thank you. Hello friends, welcome back. So previously, basically I have set up something. Yes, so you can see this now. I'm doing host space offensivehunter.tk, and it's still pointing to the AWS AWS IP address. Yes, if you are doing this, so now if I simply use, let's say, dig command, if I'm using dig command, let's say right now, let's say offensivehunter.apk, it's still pointing to this IP address, and this IP address belongs to AWS. Yes, as we have already seen previously. Now, so I will create a bucket now right now, because if I'm opening that website, let's say offensivehunter.tk, see what's happening right now. It is still giving me 404 not found, no such bucket, and the bucket name is offensivehunter.tk. So I will create a bucket. Let's say bucket next. Okay, next. Simply unblock this. So basically untick this. Next, create bucket. You can see this. So I created one bucket, and in that bucket I will upload one file. Let's say upload, add files. Desktop, maybe, let's say index.html. Perfectly all right. Grant public read access to the subject. Yes, perfectly. Upload this. Successful. I'll make this public now. So action, there is a public, make public. Okay, now, but still I'm opening this. It's still coming 404 not found. So I created one bucket, but I haven't again. See this. Now let's go to the properties. There is a static website hosting, so I'll simply click over there. Use this bucket. I'll give index.html. Let's save. Now bucket hosting is started. Let me reload this. Yeah, see this. So I successfully took over that AWS bucket took over. So this is subdomain takeover vulnerability. Thank you. I hope this will be fixed very soon. Thank you. Sorry, this is my website. Okay. Okay. Hello friends, welcome back. So I'm going to talk about again subdomain takeover. So this time I came up with Shopify subdomain takeover on Shopify. So I created one subdomain, shopify.offensivehunter.com, and I pointed to the store now. And after that, I removed that site, but it's all my DNS is still pointing to this Shopify, as you can see this now, but this shop is currently unavailable. If you'll find something like this, then there may be subdomain takeover. Then let's try to find the CNAME. So you can try host space. If I'm trying, let's say Shopee, or you can simply use the dig command. So if I'm using, let's say, dig at the DNS, I can use 8.8.8. Google DNS. After that, I will type there, let's say, Shopify.offensivehunter.com space. I'll type any because I don't know there is a CNAME pointing or there is a pointing or whatever. Let's try this now. So I can see there Shopify.offensive.com. They're pointing A to this IP address, but this IP address is obviously not mine IP address. It's a Shopify IP address. So that means I got to know that they are pointing this subdomain to the Shopify. So I'll sign up for, let's say, a Shopify. Start free trial. Email address. This time I'm going to use founder@hackersera.com. Perfectly. I'm using khat. Okay. Let's say subdomain takeover. Example. Let's create a store. So I created one store. Now perfectly all right. I have to verify this. Okay. So I received one email. Okay. Yes, I am selling something. Okay, perfectly all right. Perfectly. Next, I have to fill these details. This time I'm giving, let's say, offensive hunter. Let's say perfectly. Yes. Let me check my email ID. So, okay, my trial is started now. So there is an add domain. So let me go to the add domain. There is an add domain. Perfectly all right. Now, I will connect existing domain there. I'll write over there right now Shopify.offensivehunter.com because it's still pointing to the Shopify. So let's try this now. And you can see this. Let's verify these connections. So it's verified now. Yes, I can use this now. Let's open with, let's say, incognito mode. This one, see what's happening over there right now. See this? I successfully take over the subdomains. Right now it's a subdomain takeover example. So I hope this is clear to you that how to do subdomain takeover on any applications. If they are pointing to third party, there may be subdomain takeover. Hello friends, again I'm going to talk about hostile subdomain takeover. So this time I came up with, let's say, cargo. This one. I set up one of my subdomains to the cargo collective.com. So as you can see this, I pointed this to, you can see if I'm doing the, let's say, host space cargo.offensivehunter.com, the CNAME, you can see this, it's an alias for subdomain.cargocollective.com. So my one of subdomain is pointing to subdomain.cargocollective.com, but this is inactive right now. So what I'll do simply, I'll simply go to this cargo. I'll create one more account over there. So I'm creating one more account. Basically, I'm going to take over this. So I'll simply, let's say any of the, okay, template. Let's use this template. Perfectly all right. Okay. So I selected one template. Okay. I'm giving the name. Say, hey, you have been hacked, or let it. Okay. No, perfectly. Start with this template. I have to create one more account over there. So this time I'm using phone.@hackersera.com. I'm entering my password. Okay, let me simply type the offensive hunter this time. Site name I'm giving, let's say, offensive hunter. Perfectly. Let's click on submit. So I created one account now. It's offensivehunter.cargocollective.com right now. It's their subdomain right now. So what I'll do, I'll map this subdomain with my existing domain. So there is settings. I can use a personal domain. Let's enter a third-party domain here. So site name again I'm giving, okay, site name cargo URL is this one. Domain I'm giving again cargo.offensive. I know that this is pointing there, so I will use offensivehunter.com now. Let's enter. You can see this. It's no perfectly all right. It's pointed now. Okay. If anyone will open this now, see this. Now let's open this. See this offensive hunter. You can see this now. If I'll change the site name, let's say you have been hacked. Let's save. Let's reload this. See this, you have been hacked. So I successfully took over the subdomains. This is account takeover on Cargo Collective. Thank you. Hello friends, welcome back. So I'm again talking about subdomain takeover. So how your approach should be, first of all, I'm going to talk about that first. See, first you do find all the subdomains. Now, so I'm right now, let's examples. I will use this sublister tool to find all the subdomains. So Python space sublister perfectly -d, and then I'll give a domain name there. Let's say offensivehunter.com. Perfectly all right. You will get the list of subdomains now. So here I got the list of subdomains. As you can see this, these are the list of subdomains. Now I'll copy this all subdomains. Basically I made a script for hostile subdomain takeover. Let's go to desktop. There is a offensive hunter subdomain takeover. In that, this is a subdomain.txt file. I'll simply edit this file. Let's paste over there. Save. So I saved that file now. Now, what that tool doing basically? Let me tell you what the tool is doing. This tool is only finding where your subdomain is pointing basically. Okay. So I'll simply go to the subdomain takeover. There is a script.py file. I will run this file, Python 2.7 space script.py. Now, see, I'm just finding where your subdomain is pointing. CNAME, a record, everything. Yes. Now, I'll save this. Let's say the last time. Okay. So I created one last time file. Let's open lasttime.xls. Okay, perfectly. So you can see this generated one Excel sheet. Now Let me simply explain you what's this. Okay, first is subdomain list, second where it's pointing through dig command, and third through host command. Okay, so perfectly alright. Now you can see this. Now this is pointing to my server, perfectly alright, but see this tumblr.offensivehunter.com is a record and it's pointing to something different. So if I'm opening this, I already shown you the takeover of the tumblr.offensivehunter.com, but again I'm showing you tumblr.offensivehunter.com. See, I already took over this, yes, so you know this concept. I think you know this, yes. Second, there is one more subdomain, takeover.offensivehunter.com, but it's not pointing anywhere. Okay, so no result. Now there is a github.offensivehunter.com that is pointing to hackersera007.github.io. Let's open this now. I think I already shown you this, yes, takeover of this, yes, perfectly. Now there is also shopify.offensivehunter.com. It's pointing to also shopify.offensivehunter. Let's open this now. I think I already shown you this takeover of, yes, perfectly. It's a subdomain takeover examples. Now then you can see there's offensivehunter.tk. There's no result right now. Let's open this. I think I already shown you this, yes, and the no such bucket. Right now there is no such bucket, so we have to create one bucket. Yes, I think you know this concept. I think I shown you, yes, in previous video. Now perfectly alright. There is cargo.offensivehunter.com. It's pointing to my server, perfectly alright, but www, okay, but there is a cargo.offensivehunter that's pointing to subdomain.cargocollective.com. If it's opening this now, I think I also shown you this, yes. See this, it's you have been hacked, yes, so this is also done, yes. Now so this is a way to do this subdomain takeover. Thank you. So this was the last video of subdomain takeover. We'll see. Hello friends, now I'm going to talk about insecure direct object reference vulnerability. So I will be talking about now background concept about IDOR. This is a complete description. Okay, you can read this by simply just click on pause and then read this. Basically I'll explain you in a very simple language. These are some of the HackerOne reports. Now steps to hunt account log. Sorry, I think I haven't edited it. No worry. Okay, so this is right now IDOR vulnerability. Let me teach you the background concept. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to talk about now IDOR. Assume that this is a, let's say, applications. Okay, and applications have users account, perfectly alright, users account. Okay, users account. Now yes, and there is a, let's say, forgot password page. Okay, forgot password, and if you are clicking on this forgot password, your application is sending request to server, yes, and then server is sending you, let's say, a password. Okay, I'm assuming that they are sending password or maybe OTP, yes, perfect. Now so basically in the request body there is something like this. In the request body there is something like this. In the request body there is, let's say, email, and in email there is a, let's say, whatever, or maybe let's say user ID, yes, whatever, yes, and they are sending you one password to you, perfectly okay. What if I will do response interceptions of this request? What if I will simply response intercept, and your server is also sending password in response, perfectly. Now what if I'll give some other people username over there? Let's say I will give a victim username over there, and if in response I will get victim password, this is called IDOR vulnerability. So this is one example. Now I'm talking about second examples now. So let's talk about second example now. So let's say this is a Facebook, okay, and Facebook have a page. I'm assuming the Facebook having a page, and the page have a delete button. Okay, what delete button? And if you are clicking on this delete button, your browser is sending some request to server. Okay, and in that request there is something. There is two things. One is page name, and another thing is page ID. Now what if I will, instead of this my page name and my page ID, what if I'll give victim Facebook page name, and I'll give victim Facebook page ID. If victim Facebook page will be deleted, then there is a IDOR vulnerability. This is one more example. Now I'm talking about the second example. Now let's talk about now. Again, I'm taking example. Let's say Facebook. This is a Facebook. Perfect. Now, and there is a, let's say, comment, and you are making comment. A comment having two parameters. Let's say message, and second parameter is, let's say, UID. Okay, user ID. Now, what if I will give over there message? Let's say you have been hacked. Perfect. Now, in the user ID, I will give, let's say, victim FB ID, and if comment will be posted by the victim Facebook account, then there is IDOR vulnerability. Now I'll give you one more example. Okay, let's say one more example of this IDOR vulnerability. Let's say this is applications, okay, and applications having, let's say, update button, okay. And while if you are making update, your browser is or application is sending some request to server, and in that request there is 3 to 4 parameters. Let's say one parameter is profile ID, okay, profile ID, or maybe user ID, let's say XYZ, and then your update entries, okay, like say update entries, let's say name, address, something, let's say name, address. Perfect. All right. Now, or maybe name, address, and maybe email address. These 3 parameters over there. Now instead of this XYZ, the profile ID of mine, what if I will give there the ABC, and if ABC user's account will be updated, then there is IDOR, and this will be account takeover, because if you will update the email ID, then their account will be belong to you. That's called account takeover through IDOR vulnerability. So I hope it's clear to you that what's the background concept, okay, how IDOR works basically, okay. Then I'll show you the live hunting of IDOR. So these will be the reporting formats I will talk about later. Now, thank you. Hello friends, I'm going to talk about now IDOR on this website. So let me show you my 2 accounts first of all, okay. So this is my one account, and you can see this right now, the Vikas Tony Stark 9021430360. This is my one account, okay. Now, and the email ID is offensivehunter@gmail.com. So basically, I have 2 accounts. I created 2 accounts for this testing. One account user ID is 2068. Another account username. This is user ID. Okay, this is user ID. Okay, and then this is username, and this is mobile number, and this is email ID. Okay, so this is the credentials of my first account. Okay, second account, I created one more account. The user ID is this 2057, username is this one, mobile number is this one, and the email ID is this one. Now see this. Right now I logged in with the first account. As you can see this, I logged in with the first account. Perfect. All right. Now, and there is the update button. Obviously, if I'll click on this update, this will send some request to server and my account will be updated. Perfect. All right. Now what I will do now, I'll capture this request into Bubsuite, this update request. So let's click update now. So you can see this now, I captured this request into Bubsuite, and in this request, update request, there is name equal to Vikas. Perfect. ID equal to 2068, because this is my first account, so that's why ID is 2068. Now, so now as a hunter, my goal is to update the email ID of 2057. So I'll simply 2057. Perfect. Then I'll give the username. Let's username. I'll give this is my username. Let's copy this username. Perfect. So I'm not doing anything with the mobile number. I'm changing the email ID now. So I need a temporary email. Let me simply go to the 10-minute webmail. Now, this is my email ID now. Let me simply copy with it, but I have to replace with a@with %40. Okay, I guess so. So perfectly now. So I'm updating the second user's details now. Let's click on the forward, intercept off now, browser, It's saying that thank you, your profile updated successfully. Now let me log out this. Now, okay, now I'm trying to log in. So basically, I'm trying to log in with my second account with this username, this email ID. Let's try this now. So email ID, this one, the password I already have. But as you can see, I'm not able to log in because I successfully changed the email ID of second account. Yes. So let me try with the new email ID. This is the new email ID. Let's copy this. Let's password. I have the password. Let's try this. Now you can see I successfully logged in. So this is IDOR vulnerability on this website, merakisan.com. Hello friends. So I'm going to talk about IDOR vulnerability in Woot.com. So Woot is a popular website in India for TV series. So let me first create one account on Woot.com. And you can see I have my account on this Woot.com with this email ID. Okay, this is my email ID. Perfectly all right. Now let me log in this account there. Let's log in. Perfectly. So I logged in my Firefox. Now let's capture one of request into Bob Suite to get the user ID of my account. Okay, settings. Let's say there's a edit profile. Perfectly all right. Now I'll make intercept is on. Now I'll simply click on this save details, and you can see in this request there is a user underscore ID. So this is the user ID of my this account. Okay, so basically I have account on Woot.com. This is my real account. Okay, and the user ID of this account is this one. Perfectly all right. Now let me log out this account from Firefox. Okay, and then let me create one more account over there in the Firefox. I'll create one more account. Okay, for that I need an email ID, so I'll use a temporary email. So I have an email ID. Let me create this account there. Register. First name I'm giving, let's say IDOR testing. Password. Okay, perfectly all right. Let's take any random. Perfect. So I created one account on Woot. Now let me again go to the settings. There is the edit profile. Now let's intercept is on. Now forward. Okay, so in the IDOR, let's say IDOR update 1, I'm doing this, and there is a save details. Let's update forward because this is the request here. See this? So I'm updating this user ID name update IDOR update 1. Let's forward this intercept off now. So you can see this. I updated my name, yes, into this through this update request. Now what if I will capture that request? Let's say capture this edit profile request, save details, forward. This is not the request. This is not the request. This is not the request. Okay, that was the request. I accidentally forwarded that. So okay, let me again go to edit profile. Now Let me simply intercept is on now. Let's click on this save details. So I capture this request now, and you can see this is the user ID right now. So let me search in this search. I will update this user ID. So you can see this user ID is on two places. One is there and other one is there. Yes. Now I have the user ID of previous this account user ID. Let's copy this. I'll replace there. I'll replace there also perfectly. Now first name I will let's do this. Let's say add or update one. Let's do this. Okay. Now you can see this right now. My account is Vikas Chaudhary. I'm doing here add or update one. Let's forward. Intercept off now. Let me go to my this account. I'll first log out. Let me log in there now. So I'm logging with my real account. Let's log in. And as you can see this now, see it's IDOR update one test. This is IDOR vulnerability. This is a way to find this vulnerability. Hello friends, again I'm going to talk about IDOR vulnerability in geek4geeks.org. So you can see this is my account. This is my account. Okay, now perfectly all right. So first of all, I have to find the user ID of this account. Yes. So let me simply go to this browser. Let's say geek4geeks.org. Okay, I'll simply copy this. Okay. Let me log in again this. Okay, I already logged in. Yes, right now. Yes. So because previously I logged in over there, so it's logged in, still logged in. Yes, now. So let's go click on the basic now, and there will be some. Okay. No, it's just a profile information. Okay, let's click on this. I haven't logged in right now, so let me log in over there first of all. Okay, perfect. So I logged in. Yes. After login, I'll simply click on this basic. Then I will go to the edit option. Okay, and you can see there are many things to see. I'll simply let's say Chaudhary right now. Contact number I'm giving, let's say this one. Pune. Okay, so this is my information now. I'll capture this request into Bobsuit to check what they are sending. Let's say intercept is on now. Submit. So you can see this. I capture this request into Bobsuit, and here you can see the user ID is this one 754615. I'll copy this user ID. So the user ID is this one, email ID is this one. Okay, perfectly. Now let's make intercept off now. You can see my profile is updated right now. Yes, perfect. I'll log out now. Okay, now the username is also there. It's a VV130295. Okay, so let's simply log out now. So I will log out now. Okay, where is the logout? There is the logout. I will create another account there. This is my email ID. So I will create another test account over there. Let's say login. There is a sign up page. Email ID I'll give this. Perfect. So I created one. Let me, I think this sent me one email ID. Let's go there, refresh. We received one email. Let's verify that account. So we verified successfully now. Let's log in over there now. I logged in now. I'll again go to that profile update things. Let's say there is a basic one. Okay, edit options. And there is everything. Let's say display name something. I'll capture this. Let's say IDOR update 1. Okay, anything. Let's give any number, new number. Perfectly all right. City, let's say Pune. Okay, now perfectly. Let's capture this request into BubSuite. So I'm going to capture this request. You can see I captured this request into BubSuite. Now this time there is a user ID is this one. Yes, let's search there. Okay, so user ID is there and there. Yes. Now what I will do now, I'll simply, let's say, replace this user ID there perfectly and there also. If the profile, if the update will be on that account, this account, then there is a vulnerability. Yes, that there is IDOR vulnerability. Let's try there. Forward intercept off now. Let's simply log out and log in again. If my profile will be updated, then there is a vulnerability. Let's try this. So if I'm trying this, let's say where there is a login. Now logged in like this. So I logged in. Let's go to profile now. But you can see, let's click on the basic one. My profile is not updated. Okay, maybe somewhere there will be username also. Yes, it's a VB130295. So what I will do, I'll intercept it on again. Browser. I'll capture one more time this request. Let's forward. I'll capture this request one more time. So I capture this one more time. I'll replace all this user ID with my real user ID. Perfectly all right. Now I have to look for, right now the user name of this is ZIBUJ. ZIBUJ. There is ZIBUJ. Okay. I'll replace this with, let's say, VB130295. Let's forward intercept off now. And okay, some error occurred. But I want to see where there my profile is updated. No. I'll reload this one more time, or maybe first log out and then log in again. Log out first. I log in again. Let's go to the login details. You can see it's not updated. That means there is no IDOR vulnerability into that now. But I'll show you something here now. See this now. I'll reload this page now. Okay. Now I'll again log in with that email ID. This one. Let's sign in. Perfectly. Now what I will do there now, see this. I'm just showing you. See this now. Intercept is on now. I'll capture this request. So I capture this request. In that request, there is a ZIBUJ. I'll replace this ZIBUJ with my user ID. Perfectly. Let's forward. Intercept off now. Okay. This is still asking for the. Let me log in again. Okay. Perfectly. So There is somewhere JediBuj. Okay, perfectly. Let's forward this. Okay, forward this. Forward this. You can see I logged in, but somewhat. Okay, let me go one more time. Okay, so I'm going there. Let's say basics, not edit profile. Okay, so I'm going to the basics now, but again it's showing this one. Let me again click on this basics, but intercept is on now. Let's click on the basics. So you can see this basics. There is a username. So I'm doing what there now, BB130295, as well as I'm replacing there also, everywhere, and there also. And if I'll get a profile of that, then there is a vulnerability. Let's see this now. Yeah, you can see this now. Right now it's Vikas Chaudhary. Yes. So it's a profile of BB130295. Yes. So this is IDOR vulnerability in Geek4Geeks. Thank you. Hello friends. Again I'm going to talk about IDOR vulnerability in one of dating application of Philippines. So I have to create one account now. They look like a real account. So let me give the, let's say, I'm giving here, let's say, name, the real account. Okay, email ID. This time I'm going to use, let's say, temporary mail. So right now this is my mail ID. Okay, let's say change this mail ID to someone. Let's say, okay, perfect. Okay, so let me use this email ID now. Password I'm using, let's say, perfect. So I created one account on this dating application. You can see this now perfectly. All right. Now, if I'm clicking on this view my profile, you can see there is one ID. So I got the ID. Let's copy this ID. So I have an account. I have a real account right now. The ID is this one, and the email ID is this one. Okay, so I'll copy this email ID. Okay, these two things I have there right now. Yes. Now I want to change this. I want to take over this user profile. So what I will do, I'll simply go to the Firefox. I'll create one more account over there. Let's say this is my email ID, profile name. Okay, account, take over, perfectly. Okay, the email is already taken. Okay, I think email is already registered. So let me simply, I'm showing you just. Okay, so I'll log in there now. Okay, so this is a test account right now. Okay, perfect. Now, yes, Captain America. Yes. Now, so now, and their profile ID is right now. If you click on the view my preview profile, their profile ID is what? 8466576. Let's copy this now. I'll copy this. Why? Because I have to search this in Bubsuit. So I'll search this in Bubsuit. Perfect. Now, then there is just settings, account. Now, if you update this, this will going to be updated into the server. Yes. Now basically I want to take over this account, this user account. Okay. Now, so what I'm going to do here, I'll type a new email ID there. Let's say account take over @gmail.com. Okay. Now the new password I'm giving here, let's say ABCDEFGH123#. Okay, so I'm giving has. Okay, A123456#. Perfect. Now, if I click on this update account, this will send some request to server. So let's capture that request. Update now. This is not the request I'm looking for. This is the request, I guess. No, this is not the request I'm looking for. Update now. So I see this. I got there everything. I got the email ID. I got new email ID. I got the password as well as. Now There is something also that member ID. So this member ID I'll replace with this one, the real one. Let's try this. Perfectly. I'll forward this. Let's intercept off now. Now, let's log out this now. Now, if I'm trying to log in with my previous email ID, let's say this is my previous email ID. Let's log in. You can see this now. Your account doesn't exist because we have updated that account. Yes. Now, what if I will give it there? Let's say account takeover@gmail.com, as well as I updated the password. So A23456 hash. You can see this. I logged in successfully. Yes, with the name of Captain America because I already updated the Captain America. Okay, as simply yes. So this is account takeover vulnerability through IDOR vulnerability. Yes, I hope the concept is clear with you. Yes, if you have any queries, you can discuss with me. Thank you so much. Hello friends, now I'm going to talk about IDOR vulnerability in one of mobile applications. So you can see this now. I have Bubsuit as well as I have a device. Let me simply show you. First of all, I have to set this proxy to this mobile phone. Okay, so let me simply go to this. Then I'll go to the settings. Where is settings? There is settings. Now I'll press and hold the Wi-Fi. Then you will get a modified network. I have to set this proxy over there, that is 103. Click on save. Perfectly all right. Now you can see this now. Let me open the Chrome. Let me simply open, let's say, google.com. You can see the request is coming in Bubsuit. Intercept, if you'll make intercept off now. Okay. I guess we have to set for proxy over there. So http://bub. I'll download this CA certificate. Perfectly. It's downloading. Let me simply open the ES File Explorer. There's download. In download, I'll first delete this CER file already. Okay. I'll rename this cscert.d. Okay, rename this .der to I'll CER. I'll make it CER. Okay, let's click on that file. Okay. Certificate name, you can enter anything. Okay, perfectly alright. So we install one certificate, the Bubsuit certificate, into mobile phone. Let me now open the google.com now. Now you can, okay. Let me open any other website. Yeah, it's working. No, it's not working. That means there is some problem. Yeah, it's working now. If I'm, let's say, intercept is on now, let's click on this company. Yes, it's perfectly, it's working now. Yes. Now let me simply go to, let's say, application, mobile applications. This is applications. Okay, perfectly. You can see there's a forgot login details. This is my mobile number. If I'll submit this, this sent me one SMS on my phone, and that SMS, it contained the user ID and password. Okay, the user ID and password. So perfectly. Now I'll again click on the forgot login details. Right now I'm showing you the IDOR vulnerability there. Intercept is on now. submit. This is not the request, I'll forward this. This is not the request, I'll forward this. This is not even the request, but this is the request. You can see this. Now I'll simply right click, send this to, let's say, repeater. In the repeater, let me show you. If I'll click on this go, the status is success. The user is up and the password is this one. Yes. So I got the password of my user ID. Yes. That is 309. Perfectly all right. But what if I will give the user ID of someone else? Let's say 310. Okay, the status is failure. There is no 310 ID. 311. Okay, I got that, success, up, and this is the password of the 311 user ID. Yes. So this is a way to do this. Now perfectly. Now how are we gonna log in over there? Let's go back now. Okay. I'll open settings now. Going one more time. I'll search for the apps. There somewhere will be the acad flip. I'll force stops. After that, there's a storage. I'll clear all the data. Everything now. Perfectly all right. Let's open now. But I will intercept it on now. Okay, allow, forward, pinging, it's pinging. This is device key, let's forward. Student info, let's pinging, forward. Okay, this is the Zomato, forward. I think I missed that. Okay, let me click on the login, but enter both the credentials. I have the password, but I don't have the user ID. So what I can do now, that's simple. Let's say I'll enter my email ID right now. Okay, perfectly. In the password field, I got my password. So I'll enter, let's say, perfectly. Perfect. This is the request for, this is not the request. This is the request. This is email ID and the user. I'll simply right click. Let's say, do intercept this response. Forward. Status true. The email password UID and the 309 is yes is verified. But what if I'll give here, let's say 311 right now. Let's forward this. See what's happening over there now. If there will be a way to find the email ID of that user ID, then we can easily log in. Yes, but this is also a way. But anyway, we found the IDOR vulnerability over there. Yes, this is okay. Thank you so much. And for more details about this Android application hunting, there is a Android application dynamic chapters into this course. Okay, so you can go over there. Thank you.